Yo, what's up everyone, it's your boy Squigga here and welcome to the first episode of Let's Talk About. Roll the intro. In this new series I'm going to talk about a lot of games, and in each episode I'm going to ask one main question about the game. I'm going to answer that question on the basis of 4 subjects. Those subjects are graphics, community, gameplay and the pay-to-win rate. After those 4 subjects I'm going to talk about a few remaining points in the game that don't fit within the 4 subjects. And last but not least I'm going to talk about how the game could be improved. So in this first episode I would like to talk with you about Ironsight. The main question about Ironsight is Ironsight free to play Call of Duty? Because if you look at this game, it really does look a lot like Call of Duty. So let's go and answer that question on the basis of the 4 subjects. Let's talk about the graphics first. As you can see, the graphics of Ironsight really look nice. I think the graphics look pretty much the same like Call of Duty, and that's the reason why I give the graphics of Ironsight an 8 out of 10. Of course the graphics can be improved, but I think that Ironsight really looks nice, and that's the reason why I give it an 8 out of 10. Then let's go over the gameplay. The gameplay of Ironsight really looks the same like Call of Duty. Both are first-person shooter games, and both the games are just focused on killing people, getting those score streaks, killing more people, and killing people. I've played Ironsight for a decent amount of time, and if I play Ironsight, I've got a feeling like I keep on playing and getting those game points and just kill people and having a fun time. I've got the same feeling about Call of Duty 2, so that's the reason why Ironsight and Call of Duty also really look the same. So gameplay wise, I think I give Ironsight a 9 out of 10 in comparison with Call of Duty, because the gameplay of Ironsight and Call of Duty really looks the same. Then let's go over the pay to win rate of Ironsight. The pay to win rate of Ironsight is literally 0 out of 10. You can spend money on Ironsight on RPs or on chips or on more game points, but it won't make you better than your opponent. You can go to the store and you can go buy boxes and you can buy starter packs, etc, but it won't make you better, because the boxes may contain guns, but all guns are reasonably coordinated, so there's not one overpowered gun or one very shitty gun. It's just like all the same. It's not like you buy one gun that is really overpowered and you just go everybody in one lobby and you're getting banned because people hate you because you have the most overpowered gun in the game. No, it's not really like that. It's just there are a lot of guns, and the gun you like, you use it, and if you don't like another gun, you just don't use it. So there's not really a pay to win rate in this game, because as I said, you can spend money on the game, but you won't get better than your opponent. And the pay to win rate in Call of Duty is also 0 out of 10, because you can also spend money on Call of Duty, but it's the most like DLC packs, which contain more maps and maybe more zombie maps, etc. You won't get better than your opponent because you're the one who's spending money. So as I said, the pay to win rate of Ironsight is 0 out of 10. Then let's go over to the more bad side of Ironsight, and that is the community. The community of Ironsight actually sucks. It's like area games and Whipple games. They created this game Ironsight and it looks really nice and it plays really well, but that's it. It's like the updates are bad and they won't keep their players informed. They just develop this game and they're like, yo, what's up? Play this game if you like it, and we're just leaning back, gaining money, and if you want to buy those chips and buy those RP points, etc, just go on, because we're just sitting here making money and doing nothing. We're just watching you play and that's it. And I think this is a really bad thing, because if area games and Whipple games worked good together and keep their community informed and just update the game more and more to add more maps and maybe more game modes, etc, this game would be a really good game. But because the community sucks, less and less people are going to play this game, because they are like, yo, for about a year nothing changed in the whole game. I think area games, Whipple games only added one map, which is called Biolab, and that's the only thing they did in the whole year. And that's the reason I give the community rating a 5 out of 10, because the community actually is bad. But then let's go over to some other points that don't fit within the subject, and those points are actually points where Ironsight really differs from Call of Duty. And the first point where Ironsight really differs from Call of Duty is the way you use your score streaks. In Ironsight you've got like 2 sides. You've got the tactical side and you've got the offensive side. In the tactical side you can use your score streaks like UAVs or UAV jammers or sentry guns or drones, etc, and the offensive side you can use lightning strikes and halberds, offensive drones, etc, etc. So you can't use both of them in one class. You can't use UAVs and lightning strikes in one class. It's just or UAVs or it's lightning strikes and offensive drones. And I personally think this is a better way of using your score streaks. Because you gotta think like, do you want to use tactical streaks with your class, or do you want to choose offensive streaks with your class? And you've got to make your whole class around those score streaks. So you can't just choose UAVs and lightning strikes, all those things in one class, because you really need to think about, okay, is this class made for being really offensive and also offensive score streaks, or am I going to play more tactical and use UAVs and UAV jammers? Then let's go over to the second point, and that is that in Ironsight you don't unlock skins through challenges. Because in Call of Duty, if you just unlocked a new gun, you go over the gun and you click on skins, you see all of those skins and you think, oh yeah, I'm going to play a really long time with this gun and unlock all those skins with the challenges. So for example, you see the first skin and it says unlock the skin when you made 10 headshots, and then you unlock the skin, then you have to make 20 headshots, and then maybe 40, 75, 100, etc, etc. And then you can unlock all the skins for that weapon. Well, in Ironsight it's a little bit different. In Ironsight you have to buy the skin with 40,000 game points. And maybe you have no idea how much 40,000 game points is, but it is actually a lot. For example, you get around 500 game points per game. So that means you have to play 80 games for one skin. So that means you have to put a lot of time into Ironsight to unlock only one skin. That's only one skin. I mean, if you want to buy another skin, it's another 40,000 game points. If you want to buy another skin, it's another 40,000 game points. So you have to keep on playing and playing and playing to unlock those skins. And I think Call of Duty has a better system of unlocking those skins, because I personally think that if people see challenges underneath the skins, which says 5 headshots to unlock this skin, people are going to play the game, are going to shoot those headshots because they want the skin. Then let's go over to the third and last point of Ironsight, and that is, this game is not on console. And I think this is the worst part of Ironsight, because if you're watching this video and you see this game and the gameplay and the graphics and it was on console, I think you would like to play it. So leave down in the comment section, if this game was on console, would you play it or not, and tell me why. Because I played this game on PC and I personally really like the game, but I don't think many people have a PC. And I think right now more people play on console than on PC. But I think if Whipple Games and Area Games put the game on console, a lot of people would like to play this game. And with that said, let's go over to the points how this game could be improved and how this game really could be a free-to-play Call of Duty. So the first thing that Area Games or Whipple Games need to do is they need to put Ironsight on Steam. Because right now it's a standalone game, you have to download it on a standalone website of Ironsight, and not many people are seeing it. I think if you put this game on Steam and people are like, okay, I want to play a free-to-game first-person shooter and I want to play with my friends, etc, etc, and you check those things on Steam, I think Ironsight will be on top, because this game is really fun to play, it is a first-person shooter and it really looks a lot like Call of Duty. So if Area Games or Whipple Games would decide to put this game on Steam, I think only more and more people will play this game. Then the second point of how to improve this game doesn't have that much game modes. If you really want this game to be a free-to-play Call of Duty, you need to add the same game modes as Call of Duty has. For example, Domination. Domination is, I think, one of the most played game modes in Call of Duty, but it isn't in Ironsight. Because in Ironsight, almost everybody plays or Team Deathmatch or Search and Destroy, and that's it. I think if Ironsight would have Domination in it, that many people would play Domination instead Team Deathmatch or Search and Destroy. Because Domination is a really popular game mode which has more action than Team Deathmatch. But it isn't in Ironsight itself. So I think that if Ironsight had like the same game modes or almost the same game modes as Call of Duty, that many people play Ironsight because it's actually free to play. So I think it would be a good thing for Area Games, Whipple Games to add Domination, Gun Game and even more game modes from Call of Duty into Ironsight. So let's go over to the third point, and that's a point that I've already said, and that is make skins unlockable through challenges. Don't let players waste their time of playing 80 games so they can finally buy one skin. No, let's just copy the skin system of Call of Duty into Ironsight so many people can unlock skins through challenges and play the game more and more. Because if you have to play 80 games, many people would say like, yo, that's a little bit too much for one skin, so I'll just pass. And if they could unlock the skin through challenges, which are doable, I think the most people will play Ironsight to unlock those skins. Let's go off to the fourth point of improvement, and that is the community really needs to get better. There has to be more contact between Area Games and Whipple Games and the players of Ironsight. Because there's like no contact between Area Games, Whipple Games and the players. So the community really needs to get better. If the community stays bad, many people would like stop playing the game because it has no improvement in it. The game just keeps the same for 1 year long. and then people are getting bored and they can't play new maps, they can't unlock the skins, and everything together, people would stop playing this game. And then the last point of improvement to this game is release the game on console. I think if this game was on console, a lot of people would play this game because it's actually a free to play Call of Duty. So to answer the main question of this video, if Ironsight is free to play Call of Duty, well, not yet. Ironsight is on its way, but Area Games and Whipple Games really need to improve some points of Ironsight to make this game a free-to-play Call of Duty. I would still recommend this game, because if you want to play a free first-person shooter, I would play Ironsight. That's all I wanted to say about Ironsight. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Tell me in the comment section below what you think about Ironsight, and tell me about which game I should talk in the next episode of Let's Talk About. Then I have only one thing left to say. See you in the next video. Squigga out.